twisted, that is one end toward the outer side and the another end toward the inner side. So such kind of this arrangement is present, that is called as the twisted, definitely where overlapping is present. Number third, we are talking about that is in bracket. And in case of this in bracket, again same condition, overlapping is present. But now we have to discuss such different type of this overlapping. Means one completely internal, one completely outer side, and the remaining three, one end towards this outer, one end towards the inner side. So here we are writing some information with respect to overlapping. With respect to overlapping. So again in this condition, overlapping is present. Okay. Screen is loading late. How to saturate? Hello. It's loading late. Is this loading late? Is the yeah. Okay. Okay. So we are talking about that is overlapping is present. Got it? Late. Okay, Rishikesh. Now, in this condition, first of all, we are drawing. First of all, we draw the diagram to represent what type of overlapping is present. Okay, I'll reduce my speed. Don't worry. Such condition. So again, this page we have to divide into total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So these are the total 5 petals of the sepal. Now see the arrangement. What kind of this arrangement is present? One sepal or petal. These are the completely inner side. Completely inner. So if you see both this end, these are the present toward the inner side. So I'm writing inner or the internal for the eye because completely these are the inner. Now another one, if you see, one it is lie towards this outer side and another one is inner side. Just check the image. One end toward the outer side, O for the outer, and one towards the inner side, that is I for the inner side. Now another one, third one, which is completely towards this outer side, like this. So this third one, which is completely towards this outer side. Okay, completely. So completely one completely in inner side, one completely outer side, but remaining three, one end towards this inner side, another end toward the outer side. So one end towards this inner side, another end towards this outer side. Same condition, one end toward the inner side and the another end it is present toward the outer side. So here we are representing I and these are the condition that is O. So if you see the diagram, in this condition, first of all, we write down the information, what kind of this condition is present because we already discussed the example that is Gulmohar and the cassia. Now in this condition, we are talking about that is one petal or sepal. So I'm writing petal. You can consider as a sepal also, both are true. Okay. One petal or sepal, these are the completely present toward the eye. Eye means what? Toward the internal side. One petal or sepal. Huh?
Scroll up a bit.
Yeah. So one petal or sepal, these are the completely present towards this external side. So if you see this one completely internal, I for the internal, O for the outer side. So completely one internal, one internal and the one external, that is toward the outer side. But whenever we are talking about that is the remaining three, other three. So one completely internal, one completely external, O for the external, okay, outer, external, and the other three, sepal and the petal. In this condition, we are talking about these are the partial. Partial means what? That is one end it is towards this internal and another end towards this external or towards the outer. So if you see this condition, one completely internal, one completely toward the outer side, and the another one, these are the completely present, means one end towards this internal, another end towards this outer side. So such kind of this condition, these are called as the in bracket. Got this point? I do understand what is the exactly difference between velvet twisted in bracket. Just take a view. Okay, Rishikesh? Okay, fine, very good. Now we are talking about that is last point. Last point that is maxillary, and the maximum question it is coming from the maxillary because it's very common in Fabaceae family. Actually, Fabaceae family these are the excluded in your syllabus, but we have to discuss the maxillary estimation. Now, next point we are talking about last point that is what is meaning of maxillary estimation. If I'm talking about what is the old name for the maxillary, these are also called as the maxillary estimation. Okay, these are also called as papilionoceous, papilionoceous, or these are belong to family. That family these are called as the Fabaceae family. Papilionoceous, or simply it is called as belonging to Fabaceae family. And the two ideal examples is belonging from the Fabaceae family, that is pea plant and the bee plant. Now in this condition, we are taking such specific type of the situation. We have to discuss what is meaning of C plus 2 plus 2 but into bracket. So please highlight this word. We have to discuss that is C 1 plus 2 plus 2, but that final 2 it is inside the bracket. So what is meaning of that? In this condition, I just want to tell you one thing. When we are using the bracket, अगर इस तरह से condition होगा like this, number 1 2 3 4 whatever we are writing in bracket, it means that this condition it is represent the fused form. It's represent the condition fused form, right? If we are using the bracket, for example, inside this bracket or 2 number is there, it means that 2 petal or sepal these are the fused. 3 numbers are there means 3 petal or the sepal these are the fused. So represent the fusion of petals or fusion of sepals, simply we are using the bracket. तो इनमें आगे भी देखेंगे when we discuss the family, right? So now what happened? Now tell me in this condition, C represent for what? C किसको represent कर रहा है? C represent for what? Capital C. C represent for what? Yes, it is corolla. Very good. So it is represent for the corolla, and you know that corolla means simply we are talking about which part? That is petal part. Okay, corolla, or simply we can say that is petal part. Sepal, petal, calyx, corolla, anthoceum, gynoecium. So these are the second part, that is corolla. Now these are the representation for the corolla. That is corolla, it having total 5 petals. Total कितने petals है? How many petals are there? Total 5 petals are there. If you see 1 plus 2 plus 2, how many petals are there? 5. But that 5 it will be arranged in a different manner. It is represented by 1 plus 2 plus into 2. So we are taking diagrammatic representation. What is meaning of that? Chalo. Now this inside this Fabaceae family, 2 ideal example, that is pea plant and the beans plant. So first of all, we draw the diagram. So these are the single petal, outermost petal. Now these are the 2. 1 हो गया plus 2. So now these are the 2. And finally, we are talking about plus 2, but that 2 should be inside the bracket. So bracket means fusion. So just see what I'm doing here. So we have to represent the fusion also. So for the fusion, these are the last petals. But now that petals, it will be showing fusion at the bottom. So just check we are representing the fusion condition. Okay, such kind of this arrangement, these are called as the auxiliary estimation. So I'm giving the name, just we represent here C1 means corolla 1. So here we are talking about it is represent for the C1, and C1 nothing but these are called as standard. These are called as the standard or also called as vexillum. Standard or vexillum. And the another important thing about this vexillum, these are the largest petal among these all five. So if you see, these are the largest one which is present toward the outermost side, upper side actually. So these are C1. C1, what is meaning of that? That is single corolla. Single, one represent the corolla, C1. And now that C1 it is called as the standard vexillary or the largest. Now after this C, these are the presence of two. यहाँ पे present है. See this. These are the two, but two without bracket. Without bracket means what? Now it is present in free form. So just check. We are writing the number that is number 1 and the number 2. So these are also two, but now this all two these are the present in free form. Such condition these are called as the wing. This petal called as the wing, also called as the alley. Okay, wing also called as the alley. And just check the last one. 2, but that 2 it should be present inside the bracket. Okay, inside the bracket, and bracket represent the fusion. तो अगर आप यहाँ पे bottom में देख रहे हो, see this situation, यहाँ पे एक petal present है, this one, ये कौन सा color है? These are yellow color. Okay, this petal, 2 petals are there, but now at the bottom it will be showing the fusion. So this situation is represent the fusion, right? And now we are taking the simple name for this third one. These are called as the kill, also called as carina. It's not carina, okay? It's a carina. So 3 standard names. That is number 1 that is standard, also called as the vexillum. Number 2 that is wing, and the number 3 that is kill or carina. That's why we are representing this situation, that is C plus 2 plus 2 but in bracket. Got this point? How to read a symbol and how to represent a diagram with help of symbol. Got this point? Because family में हमें यही देखना है. We have to represent the family flora, family diagram, and on the basis of that we have to distinguish. हाँ, corolla petal है, corolla free है. Sepals are fused. Now these are the free. Androecium, gynoecium. So we have to represent like that. So remember, without bracket means free. With bracket means these are showing the fusion. Got this point, everyone? हाँ बच्चों बोलो. Okay, Sanvi, what about the others? We'll discuss this point again when we discuss the family, because without this, because family it has just a formula, and on the basis of formula we have to just use the how to read that diagram. We have to understand that concept. Okay, so such type of this estivation, these are called as the papilionaceous, also called as the which is present in Fabaceae family, and such type of this estivation, these are called as the vexillary estivation. Got this point, everyone? Understood? Okay, Malaka, chalo. Amod, if simply number are written means it is represent the sepal. Listen, अगर sepal होगा तो इस तरह से represent करेंगे k 2 plus 2. It is represent for the calyx, and calyx means what? Corolla. If you are talking about androecium, so it is simply represented by the A. That is, for example, 1 plus 9. This situation. So androecium 1 plus 9 means it is present in 2 set, but it is not showing the fusion. अगर gynoecium होगा तो, for example, G3 means 3 gynoecium are present. On the basis of that, उसमें भी हम आगे देखेंगे. अगर ऐसे होगा, below the bar and above the bar. So on the basis of that, superior or the inferior. Just wait, we'll discuss that part. Okay, meaning change. In this condition, we have to represent the corolla, and corolla it will be showing 1 plus 2 plus 2, but 2 inside the bracket. Such type of this estivation, these are called as vexillary. That's why we are talking C 1 plus 2 plus 2, but last 2 in bracket. Got it? Okay, very good. Chalo. Now, next part we are talking about, that is androecium, male reproductive part. Androecium. Androecium, basically, these are also called as the stamen, which is a male reproductive part. Again, these are the essential part also because it is involved in gamete formation, that is male gamete. Now, what happened if simply I'm talking about the typical structure of stamen or the androecium. So these are the structure of filament. So simply these are the structure of filament, right? And now that filament part, these are the sterile part. What is meaning of sterile? Sterile means it does not involve in fertilization. It does not involve in gamete formation. That's why we are talking about that androecium part. These are the sterile part, that is called as the filament. Above the head, now there is a presence of anther. Yeah, non-fertile malachi, true. So we are talking about on the head, this one. There is a presence of anther. So we are talking about this part, these are called as the anther, and simply anther part, these are the fertile part. Why we are talking about that is fertile? Definitely, basically, that fertile part, inside that anther, there is a presence of the pollen grain, and that pollen grain, further it is represented as a male gamete, which is a male reproductive part. Now, simply in this condition, we are talking about two number. I'm giving the two number, that is 1, 2. Anther, basically, which is a fertile part, it has the two lobe. It consists of the two lobe, okay? Can you see that is one lobe and the two lobes? So it is represent the lobe. How many lobes are present? Total two lobes. And now that two lobes, it is consist of four chamber. It is consist of four chamber. And that four chamber, simply these are called as tetra. Tetra means four. Sporangia.
Ma'am, each lobe has 4 chamber.
I'll draw that structure. Just wait. Each lobe, it is having two chamber. I'll draw that structure. Just wait. Okay. So we are talking about anther. Anther, these are the fertile part. Anther having how many lobes? It is having the two lobes. Okay. Completely that two lobe, it is consist of total four chamber. So I'm taking the diagrammatic representation only for the anther. So this part is covered. This part is covered. Just cover this part. I'll draw what is meaning of chamber and what is meaning of lobe. Done? Okay, good. So now we are talking about that is part of androecium. And we have to focus on the part that is anther part. Okay? We just discussed anther, basically these are the two lobe and the four chamber. तो structure ideally कैसे होता है? देखो ये actually 12th का part है, हम 12th में देखेंगे. But right now I just give just simply scenario. What is meaning of tetrasporangia? Okay. So this part simply, these are the filaments. So we are not focusing on this filament because we have to discuss that is anther part. So ये जो complete anther part है, these are the part of anther. Now if you see, I divide this part. See, that is the central part, for example, and place at the center. So you can divide, you can see there is a two parts. This one, ये जो part है, this part, which is present over the left side. These are the one lobe. And now these are the another lobe. So it is consist of how many lobes? Total two lobes. Okay, two lobes are present. But when we are talking about how many chambers are present, so total it is consist of the four chamber. So 1, 2, 3, and the 4. Okay, so these represent total four chamber condition. And remember this thing, this typical structure, ये जो typical structure है, these are called as sporangia. More specific, these are called as the microsporangia. Okay, microsporangia. Okay, so what is meaning of microspore? Remember, in case of angiospermic plant, microspore it is represent for the male, micro. Okay, and whenever you are using the word megaspore, this mega word represent the female. These are the rule. Okay, so sporangia means what? Sporangia means there is something a sac-like structure. There is some collection. More specific, we are talking about microsporangia. Means what? There is a collection of this male gamete or male spores, right? And what is meaning of tetra? Tetra means it is consist of the total 4 chamber. So अगर आप यहाँ पे देखोगे, these are the number 1 chamber, 2nd chamber, 3rd chamber, 4th chamber. So these are the total tetra chamber structure, 4 chambers, and that 4th chamber nothing but these are called as the tetrasporangia. More specifically, it is called as the tetramicrosporangia. Got this point? This point is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Everyone, this point is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Now, so we are talking about some point fusion of stamen. What kind of this fusion present? Because just we discussed bracket represent to showing the fusion, but हमें उसके अंदर points देखने. So we are talking about next part, that is fusion of stamen. Okay. In this condition, we have to discuss total 3 types. Number 1, adelphous. Number 2, syngenesious or syngenous simply. And the last one, synandrous. Okay, synandrous. So we are talking about that is 3 types. Number 1, that is adelphous, syngenesious, and the another one that is synandrous. Now, simply I'm writing this simple information. When we are talking about the condition that is adelphous means that is filament fused. हम डायग्राम में देखेंगे. But anther free. But anther are free. So such condition, these are called as the adelphous condition. Filament fused but anther free. Now when we are talking about that is syngenesious condition. In this condition, now the filament basically these are the free, exactly reverse होगा. Filament free and the anther part, these are the fused. Okay. And finally, when we are talking about that is synandrous condition, that is both filament and anther fused. Filament and anther, these are the fused. Okay, so these are the 3 types of fusion which is very common in case of androecium. So first of all, I'm taking the diagrammatic representation to represent what is meaning of this adelphous condition. Chalo. So number 1, adelphous. Meanwhile, you have to read the NCERT also. Okay, whatever you have your school books or textbook, Goa board or जो भी आपके पास होगा, so you will get the idea. So next condition we are talking about, that is adelphous. Adelphous means what? Now just we discuss that is filament basically this fuse and the anther, these are the present in free form. Under this adelphous, basically these are the 3 types are there: monoadelphous, diadelphous and the polyadelphous. But that is not part of our school examination, that is part of NEET. तो हम NEET classes में देखेंगे. In this condition, to represent the adelphous, simply I am taking the example. That is Fabaceae family, and the 2 ideal example for the Fabaceae, that is P plant and the B plant. Okay, so we are talking about family, that is Fabaceae family, and under this Fabaceae family, 2 ideal example, pea plant and the another one that is beans. Okay, now in case of this Fabaceae family, we are just representing, these are androecium is represented by A inside the bracket 9 plus 1. Okay, 9 plus 1. But 9 should be present in what condition? It should be present in fusion, because here I am talking about that is bracket represent for the fusion. 9 stamens are present, and all that 9 stamen it is attached with each other, and 1 it is present in free form. So now what happened when we are talking about such condition, that is Adelphous condition? Now we just discussed that is filament fused but anther vis-a-vis free. So we have to discuss that is 9 plus 1 means it is present in 2 set. So ये part हो गया, that is a part of filament, single filament. And we just discussed on the single filament only one condition is present. तो ये किसको represent करेगा? These are represent for the free. It will be represent for the free stamen, that is 1 without bracket, because 1 एक इसके साथ fuse करेगा, simple condition. So 1 represent with bracket or without bracket doesn't matter, because 1 it is 1. It is present in free form. It is not present in fusion condition. That's why we are not representing the bracket. But when we are talking about 9 but with bracket, it means that all the filament they are fused with each other and the anther these are the free. So how we represent? We have to represent that is large group. Just see, okay, ये represent कर रहा है fusion. It is represent for the join. It is joining of fusion of filament. And how many total filaments are there? Definitely total 9 filaments are there. But now there is a presence of anther. That anther it is not free. So I'm just representing one anther, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth, 6, 7, 8, 9. So all these anther these are the present in free form. So simply I'm writing this information. That is anther it is not fusion. These are the shown in the free form. So such condition it is represented by A for the androecium, into bracket 9. 9 represent that is fusion, joining of the filament, and again there is a presence of 1 that is free stamen. Got this point? So these are the conditions. These are called as the Adelphous condition, which is very common in case of Fabaceae family. And now in this scenario, simply we can say all filament these are showing the fusion, but anther these are the free. Got this point, everyone? Do you understand what is meaning of Adelphous? Which part? Okay.
Above 3 points.
Above 3 points. I thought I erased that part. Structure of androecium, right?
I just want fusion of stem.
Okay. Okay, very good. Done? Done? Chalo. So second condition, number 2, we are talking about that is syngenesis condition. And we just discussed in case of the syngenesis condition, anther basically these are the fused form and the filament these are the free. Filament present in free form. So we have to represent the structure. Such type of this condition, these are the present in sunflower family, and that sunflower family it is also called as the Asteraceae family. Asteraceae family, or simply these are called as sunflower family. So this is very much common in case of Asteraceae family. Now in case of this Asteraceae family, we have to represent that is androecium, but now it is represent in bracket, that is 5. So it is represent this such condition into bracket. Why we are represent the bracket? It means that now that all that 5, because anther these are the fused, okay, so all that 5 will be showing the fusion. Now we have to discuss this point. There is a presence of how many anthers are there? Androecium part, total stamens, these are the 5. So now in this condition, filament, these are the free. So you have to draw the free filament. Free filament means what? It should be present near vicinity like this, but it is not showing the fusion. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and finally these are the fifth. Okay, if you compare this diagram with this one, यहाँ पे देखो, these are the showing the fusion. So we not draw the lining between that 9. We are not represented. We are not represented by the lining. That is all that 9. It will be showing fusion. But when we are talking about bottom part, Sanika, what you want to write down?
I got it, ma'am.
Okay. So if you compare this two diagram, that is 9 inside the bracket, and now we are representing that is 5 inside the bracket. But in this condition, we clearly talk about that is filament, these are the free. So remember this condition. अगर इस तरह से situation होगा, this one, so it is represent the filament. But now that filament, we draw the lining, we separate out it. It means that it is represent that is free filament. But now anther should be showing the fusion. We have to represent that situation. Means fusion means what? You have to represent in close vicinity. Like this. Okay. So this condition, it will be represent that is anther, and now that anther, it will be showing the fusion. So such kind of this syngenesious condition very common in sunflower family, and sunflower family also called as Asteraceae family. Okay, and this condition is represented by androecium into bracket 5, and this 5 condition is represent that is all the 5 is represent the fusion. Doesn't matter it is fused from the filament or fused from the anther. Fuse kahi se bhi fuse, definitely it is represented by the bracket. Maybe filament fuse, or maybe anther fuse, or maybe complete stamen get fused. Doesn't matter. But is this fusion? Definitely we have to use bracket. Got this point? Yes or no?
Ma'am, can you repeat?
Yes, sure. I'm talking about whenever we are using the bracket. Number तो पता चल गया आपको 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever the number are there, it means that it is represent the number of stamen, number of sepals, number of the petal, right? But now in this condition, we are talking about that is types of anther. It is depend upon the fusion, where it is exactly get fused. So remember this thing, bracket is present, it means that it will be showing the fusion. That fusion either for the anther or for the filament. Okay, कहीं पे भी fusion होने दो, और complete part it is get fused, means anther also get shown the fusion as well as the filament also showing the fusion. In all these three situations, we have to use the bracket, because bracket represent the fusion, fusion of anther or fusion of filament or fusion of both components. Got this point?
Got it.
Okay. Yeah. So next point, we are talking about third part, and we are simply taking the only example, that is syn androus. It means that both parties showing the fusion, complete fusion. And under this, write down simply example, that is cucurbids. Cucurbids. Okay, cucurbids is there one family, and in that family there is a one category, that is cucurbids. So cucurbids, it will be showing the syn androus condition, where both filament as well as this anther part, they both are showing the fusion. So this part is clear, everyone? Okay, this part is clear. Yeah, chalo. Next point we are talking about, ये छोटे छोटे concept है. If you read the morphology chapter, you will get this very small concept and the simple words. So you have to understand the meaning of that word. Okay, if you got that meaning एक बार समझ में आ गया ना, you can write down anything. So meaning is important. Now, next condition we are talking about, that is again the adhesion of this stamen. Means we are talking about that is attachment of this stamen with other part of the flower. So write down next part, that is attachment of stamen with other part, with other floral part. So we are talking about, and this point is important according to NEET examination also. Now, we have to discuss total 3 categories. Number 1, first category. We are talking about that is epipetalous. First condition, epipetalous. Epipetalous simply meaning that is stamen united or attached to petals. It is attached to petals because see यहाँ पे word आ रहा है epipetalous. Petalous means what? Petal. Okay. So now in this condition that is stamen. Sorry, क्या लिखा मैंने? Yeah. So this stamen, it is attached to petals. So this arrangement, these are called as the epipetalous condition. And we are representing how we represent such type of this attachment. So you know that whenever we are talking about the calyx represented by capital K. Now there is a presence of C, corolla, which is represent for the petals. A for the androecium and the G for the gynoecium. Okay, KCAG, calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium, from outer to inner. But now what happened? We have to represent epipetalous condition. So what is meaning of epipetalous? Stamen, it is attached to petal. So remember this attachment, it is represented by symbol, and that symbol nothing but that is symbol between A and C. Got this point? And this situation, this attachment, these are the represent the condition that is epipetalous condition, stamen attached to petal. Okay, stamen attached to petal. Clear this point? If you see, open the NCERT book, you will get the floral formula. So on the head, you will get such kind of this arrow or such kind of this symbol is there. So that symbol, it is represent the attachment. But where? That attachment, that is A, that is androecium, stamen, it is attached to petals. So such condition, these are called as the epipetalous condition. Got this point everyone? It's very important. हमें ये floral में भी discuss करना है. This point is clear everyone? Got it? What is meaning of epipetalous condition? Okay, just check the symbols, how it is represented. On the head of C and A, attachment are there. That is androecium, it is attached to petals. It is attached to corolla. Now, write down the examples. So such type of this epipetalous condition is very common in case of China rose. Again, it is common in sunflower, as well as it is present in solanum. That is potato family. Solanum, right? So China rose, sunflower, and the solanum where that epipetalous condition is present. So second point. So second condition we are talking about, that is epiphyllous. Should I continue next? Okay, chalo. Yeah. So number second, we are using the word epiphyllous. And this epiphyllous also called as epitepalous. Okay, epiphyllous or epitepalous. Had I remember, we already discussed the tepal point. Something we discussed tepal. Got it? Remember that point? We discussed the tepal. We already discussed this part. And what is meaning of tepal? Yes, both sepal. Tepal is equal to sepal plus petal. Sepal plus petal means both these are the morphologically similar. And we already discussed This staple also called as perianth, which is a very common in Liliaceae family. In case of lily flower, we cannot distinguish which part is sepal and which part is petal. So simply we are writing this information. Tepal also called as perianth. And what is meaning of tepal or perianth? That is petal and the sepal. Both these are the morphologically similar. We never identify. Right? Not fusion, Babu. Yes, it's not showing the fusion. Fusion is a different thing. Okay? What is meaning of perianth? Perianth means that is a morphologically these are the similar. Yes, got it. Okay. We represent fusion in other words. Just wait. Okay, because in this condition we are never use the K. We never use the C. At the place we have to use the P. So now what happening? Petals are present. That's why we are using. Sorry, perianth this condition is present. That's why you are using the capital P. And remember, capital P. It means that we are talking about that is perianth. And what is meaning of perianth? That is tepal. It means that sepal and petal both are morphologically similar. Okay, so here we are not writing K, not writing C. Directly हम यहाँ पे represent करें capital P means perianth. Okay, perianth. It's very easy questions यहाँ से आते हैं. If you just see the floral formula, जहाँ पे P होगा आँख बंद करके आंसर दे दो. That is Liliaceae family because these are the characteristic features of the Liliaceae family. So there is a presence of P. Now A represent for the androecium, G represent for the gynoecium. Now we have to showing the attachment between A and the P. So what is meaning of epiphyllous or the epidipalous condition? It means that is stamen, united, joined, connected or attached to perianth. Okay, it is attached to perianth. So such condition it is represented by simply epiphyllous condition or epidipalous condition. Got this point? I do understand what is the meaning of this epiphyllous, and such condition it's very common, even characteristic features in Liliaceae family. Okay, these are the second scenario. And the last one, gynoecium androecium condition. It means that is stamen united with gynoecium. Okay, very good. So write down number 3 part. We are talking about gynoandrous condition. Gynoandrous condition. So gyno plus andro. So this consists of the both part. It means that simply we are talking about stamen attached to gynoecium. It is attached to gynoecium. So how it is represent? Simply K for calyx, C for corolla, A for androecium, G for gynoecium. Now androecium, that is stamen attached to gynoecium. So such fusion, such attachment it is called as the gynoandrous condition, where gynoecium plus andros, that is androecium, is showing fusion together. They get attached with each other, and such condition it is present in Calotropis. Okay, biological name underline Calotropis. So we are talking about these are the 3 conditions where that stamen they can attach with the other parts also, epipetalous, epiphyllous, and the gynoecium androecium condition, that is gynoandrous condition. Got this point? Okay. Should I continue with the next? Okay, chalo. Last point about the androecium. Last point about the androecium. We are talking about that is types of androecium depend upon the length and arrangement.
Ma'am, what was the example?
Calotropis. Calotropis. Okay. New point. Write down
Thank you.
types of androecium. Types of androecium based on length. Based on length and arrangement. Based on length and arrangement. Okay, so we are taking that is two conditions. Number one, dynamous condition. In this chapter you will get very different names. This chapter is required practice. उसके बिना याद नहीं रहते नहीं. Continuously practice करो इसका. Okay, so we are talking about that is dynamous condition. Dynamous condition, first of all we are writing the example. It is very common in case of Ocimum. Ocimum nothing but common name that is Tulsi, जो हमारे घर में present होती है. Okay, Ocimum that is Tulsi. And the another example that is Salvia. So dynamous condition it is present in Tulsi, that is Ocimum, and the another example that is Salvia. Now what is meaning of that? When we are talking about that is dynamous condition, that is 4 stamens are present. Total 4 stamen present. Total 4. Okay, dynamous condition. It will be showing arrangement that is 2 stamens basically short and remaining 2 stamens, these are long in length. Okay, so how many stamens are present? Total 4 stamens are present, but if you see the arrangement or on the basis of length, that is 2 shorted, 2 longe. So we have to draw the diagram for this. So we are talking about that is part, that is androecium part. So 2 which is a short, which is present toward the outer side, like this. So these are the 2 short which is present toward the outer side, and now the 2 long which is present toward the inner side. Okay, so if you see total number of the stamen, these are the total 4 stamen. Arrangement, these are the dynamous condition. It means that 2 small, 2 long. 2 short present toward the outer side, 2 long present toward the inner side, and these are the very much common in case of Ocimum and the Salvia. Okay, and can you tell me how we represent in the Flora family? Means it will be showing fusion or not? Is this any fusion between the androecium? So how we represent, with bracket or without bracket? Just see this diagram, this one. These are the diagram for dynamous. How we represent? With fusion or without fusion? Clearly it is mentioned, it's without. So how you represent? It is represent like this, that is A for the androecium. 2 shorted, that's why 2, and 2 long, so plus 2. So remember, when we are talking about such condition, it is represented by A 2 plus 2. Why we are not writing the 4? हम 4 नहीं लिख सकते. Total number is 4, but why we are not writing the 4? Because 2 basically these are the present over the outer side, which is a short. 2 present toward the inner side, which is a comparatively long. So morphology differ, lengthwise differ, arrangement wise it is different. That's why we have to write down 2 plus 2. We never write down as a 4. 4 means what? All type of stamen, these are the morphologically similar. Right? So that time we can represent the 4 condition, A4. But in this situation, we are talking about 2 plus 2. It means that something differ between them. Lengthwise ho sakta hai, maybe arrangement wise something is difference point is there. That's why we have to represent in 2, but without fusion. Yes, Padma, Sanika, Rishikesh, Yash, Sifa. Okay, so got this point? What is meaning of dynamous condition? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And the last point, number 2. we are talking about that is tetradynamous condition. Tetradynamous condition. Now in this condition, tetradynamous, it is common in case of Brassicaceae family. Brassicaceae It is very common in Brassicaceae family. And under the Brassicaceae, mustard is one example. Okay, mustard जो घर में हम डालते हैं ना, you know that mustard, that brassica. So in case of this tetradynamous condition, in this condition we are talking about total 6 stamens are present. Name tetra hai, remember this thing, name is tetra, but now how many these are present? Total 6 stamens are present. Before here also we discussed there is a total dynamous, means di means 2, but now it is total 4. So remember this condition, huh? So total 6 stamens are present, but now out of that 6 stamen, 2 stamen basically these are the short and these 4 stamen these are the long. So we are talking about 2 short stamen and the another one that is 4 long stamen. So 2 short and the 4 these are the long. Yes, true. So now in this condition we have to represent the Brassicaceae family. First of all हम इसको diagram में represent कर रहे हैं. 2 short and short which is represent toward the outer side. So just check, we are draw these 2 short toward the outer side, and now toward the inner side there is a presence of 4 long. Okay, total 4, these are the long. So just quickly tell me if you I want to convert, yeah, if you I want to convert this information that is total 6 stamen, those are showing the tetradynamous condition, how we represent? जिस तरह से हमने यहाँ पे represent किया था, that is androecium A 2 plus 2. So how do we represent tetradynamous condition? Yes, it is represented by androecium 2 plus 4. अब आपको समझ में आ रहा है? Good thing. Yes, androecium that is 2 plus 4. 2 toward the outer side and the 4 which is located toward the inner side. So got this point? Okay, this point is clear. Yeah. So these are the exactly 2 points with respect to arrangement of the androecium based on their length. So didynamous condition and the tetradynamous condition. Now we already discussed one point. हम बस यहाँ पे एक mention कर रहे हैं. What is meaning of staminode? Quickly tell me what is meaning of staminode?
Sterile.
Yes, sterile what? Sterile stamen. Okay, sterile stamen called as the staminode. So ये point हो गया. Another one we are talking about that is condition polyandrous condition. Polyandrous. And polyandrous it is represent means that fusion totally absent. Or in other word we can say that is stamens these are the present in free form. And the best example where it will be represent the polyandrous condition that is mustard, and mustard belonging to Brassicaceae family. Okay, mustard. So what is mean? Poly means what? Many. Androus means what? Androecium. Many androeciums are present. But now in this condition, fusion totally absent. That's why it is called as polyandrous. That is all stamen. Whatever these are the present in free form. Okay. So this point is clear, everyone. Is this any doubt from the androecium? Androecium part is over. Just check quickly what we discussed. Is this any doubt from androecium? Okay. Yeah. Next part, gynoecium, female reproductive part. So like second last point of this chapter, we are talking about that is gynoecium, and I hope you remember, you know that point. It is gynoecium, it is also called as the carpel, also called as the pistil, which is an essential part. And now in this condition, simply we can say that it is represent, it is involved in the gamete formation, that is female gamete, egg formation. Now, so in case of this gynoecium, simply we are talking about that is different part. In this situation, we have to discuss the typical structure of that gynoecium. So that gynoecium, it is consists of three parts: stigma, style, and the ovary. So one by one, we have to give the name. These are the parts, these are the stigma. This middle part, these are called as style. And now that complete bottom part, these are called as the ovary. Okay, these are called as the ovary. And complete that stigma, style, ovary. Collectively, it is represent the typical structure of gynoecium or carpel. It is represent the typical structure of gynoecium, because whenever we are talking about that is stamen it is consist of filament and the anther. Same scenario with respect to gynoecium, that is carpel. Carpel it is consist of the total three parts: stigma, style, and the ovary. Okay, now whenever we are the name of the chapter, that is morphology of the flowering plant. Flowering plant means what? We have to discuss that is angiosperm. Inside this angiosperm, there is a one characteristic features is there, that is placenta. So now at the base, there is a presence of placenta. So this yellow color, it is represent the structure of placenta. And remember this thing, placenta, these are present in case of angiosperm, flowering plant. It is present only in angiosperm, but in case of gymnosperm, that is non-flowering plant, it is totally absent. Got this? Placenta, these are the characteristic features. These are present in angiosperm, but it is absent in gymnosperm. Gymnosperm means what? Non-flowering plant. So see, these are the part, that is lower part, that is called as the ovary. Inside the ovary at the base, there is a presence of placenta. Now on the placenta, there is a development of ovule, because placenta, this part is important because that placenta, it's one type of the nutritive tissue responsible for development of ovule. So now we just draw here on this typical structure on the placenta, there is a development of ovule. So this typical structure, nothing but these are called as the ovule. And where this ovule is located, these are the ovule located on placenta. Now what happened? This typical ovule, after fertilization, this typical ovule after fertilization, okay, after fertilization, remember this one, fertilization ke baad, not now. Yeah. After fertilization, it is converted into seed. It is converted into seed, right? And remember this thing, seed, these are the present in gymnosperm as well as angiosperm. So seed basically it is present in gymnosperm as well as it is present in angiosperm. So I'm just writing angio and the gymno, angio for the angiosperm, gymno for the gymnosperm. So we can say that seed which is present in angiosperm, these are called as the covered seed because seed it is covered with the testa tegment. We'll discuss part this later. And in case of this gynoecium, basically there is a presence of naked seed, that is without coating. Okay, so what you understand from this point, simply we can say this condition, that is placenta, it is present only in angiosperm but is absent in gymnosperm. But whenever we are talking about ovule, ovule present in both. It is present in both gymnosperm as well as it is present in angiosperm. But if you see the seed pattern is quite vary. In case of angiosperm, basically naked seeds are there. In case of angiosperm, covered seeds are there, means seed having the seed coat. But when we compare this point with respect to seeds in case of gymnosperm, that is naked seed without cover. So ये part हम देखेंगे during regular NEET classes. Okay, so got this point. Is this any doubt from the structure? These are the very simple structure, initial structure. What is the meaning of gynoecium? What is the different part? Ovules are attached to placenta. Sanika, it is attached to placenta. Because in further part, we have to discuss placentation. That is arrangement of ovule on placenta. It should be attached to placenta. Okay, so should I continue next part? Hello, should I continue next? Ovules are attached to placenta. Yeah. So next point we are talking about, that is gynoecium. So we just discussed that carpel is showing fusion, androecium also showing the fusion. But for the gynoecium, हमें थोड़ा सा terminology change करना है. So first of all, we are talking about, that is in case of this gynoecium. This gynoecium means that is female reproductive part. It is consist of only single carpel. Only single carpel is present. Such condition, these are simply called as monocarpellary. This condition it is called as monocarpellary. Means what? There is the presence of only single carpel, means single stigma, single style, single ovary, single carpel structure. That is called as the monocarpellary. But if more than one carpel present, more than one carpel is present, more than one, okay? So that condition, these are called as, simply these are called as polycarpellary. Poly means many, carpellary. Okay, so polycarpellary. Now this polycarpellary, it is divided into two types, depend upon their fusion. So that polycarpellary, simply it is divided into two types. I am giving the name. First type, that is apocarpus. First type, that is apocarpus. And the second type, that is syncarpus. Apocarpus and the another one syncarpus. If you read the NCERT, you will get this word. Apocarpus means what? That is many carpels, means more than one carpels are present. Now that carpels, these are the free. So it is represent. Apo word, it is represent for the free carpel. Many presented, definitely, because we are talking about that is polycarpellary. Under the yes, under the polycarpellary, we are talking about apocarpus. Apo means what? That is free carpel. And you remember, हमने पहले discuss किया था, that is polypetalous condition, gamopetalous condition, polysepalous condition, gamosepalous condition. So in case of sepal and petal, we are using the word poly. But in this condition, if you want to represent the free carpel, we are using the word apo. Please revise the previous part. Huh? Same for the syn. Syn means simply we are talking about it is fusion. Fusion of carpel. But in case of sepal and petal, we already discussed that fusion, it is represented by word gamo. Gamopetalous condition, gamosepalous condition. But यहाँ पे हम क्या use कर रहे हैं? We are using the word syncarpus. So remember this point. One question from the apocarpus and the syncarpus. Only for gynoecium, we are using the different names. That is in form of apocarpus and the syncarpus. Got this point? This point is clear? Okay. Should I continue next? Okay, Sanvi. Chalo. Now, so we are talking about that is different chambers or the different locules which is present inside the ovary, because we have to focus on the ovary part. हमें ovary को देखना है detail में. So write down the title. We are talking about that is part, ovary part. Okay. Now, so if you draw the simple structure of ovary, so मैं यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा structure draw करें, because I just want to represent the chambers, so that the bottom part, swollen part, simply these are called as the part of the ovary. Just we discuss at the base there is a presence of placenta. तो ये हमारा placenta हो गया, and on placenta there is an arrangement of ovule. So simply I draw ovule like this. हाँ.
Have you erased the previous part?
Yes. Just I'll try.
Okay.
Just wait. Done?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So we have to discuss that is white color. These are the ovule part. At the base there is a presence of placenta, because on placenta there is an arrangement of ovule. So ये जो bottom वाला part हो गया, we have to focus on the those part, that is part of ovary. Now what happens if you see this typical structure? ये जो structure है, this typical structure, it's clearly indicate that there is a presence of one locule, and locule also represent in terms that is chamber, compartment. Locule also called as the chamber, right? And if single locule or the single chamber is present, such type of this condition, these are called as unilocular ovary. If single chamber it is present or the single locule is present inside this ovary, so simply these are called as unilocular ovary. And what is meaning of unilocular ovary? Inside this ovary, only single locule is present. Got this point? Had you understand what is meaning of one locule or the uniloculary? These are the complete structure of gynoecium. We have to focus only part, swollen part, that is ovary part. If inside the ovary, single locule is present, single chamber is present, that condition is represented as a unilocular ovary. So this point is clear. Had to understand what is meaning of unilocular. Okay. So now we have to draw one chart to represent. Huh?
The whole bottom part is known as locule.
Huh? No. See, just check. I'm highlighting this part. ये जो part हो गया, this part, below this part, okay? This part of ovule. Inside this ovule, how many chambers are located? Only one chamber. Can you see? Only one single on the placenta, single placenta, and on single placenta only single ovule is present. Single ovule. That's why it is called as the one locule, one chamber. Got it? Single placenta, single ovule.
Understood.
Okay. So now we have to represent the one chart. हम इसको chart में represent करेंगे. चलो. So divide your page into 3 parts. So first of all, we are talking about that is type of locule, chamber, and now examples. 1, 2, 3. Example part should be small because we have to just write down only one example. So first part we are talking about that is type of ovary. Number second column, that is number of locule or chamber. And the last point, that is examples. चलो one by one. पहला वाला हम example लेकर आए. Just we discuss there is a presence of unilocular ovary. Unilocular ovary. What is meaning of unilocular? Only one chamber or only one locule is present. Only one chamber, only one locule. And such condition is very common in case of pea plant. First type. Second type, अगर दो chamber present है, two locules. We are talking about there is a presence of two locules are present. Such situation, these are called as the bilocular ovary. Okay, these are called as the bilocular ovary. And this bilocular ovary is very common in case of potato family, Solanum. Chalo, third one. If 3 chambers are present, that is called as the trilocular ovary. And what is meaning of this tri? It means that total 3 locules are present. And such condition, it is very common in case of asparagus. Biological name, underline. Now, tetralocular, fourth one, that is tetralocular ovary. It means that total 4 locules are present, and such condition it is very common in case of tulsi, and the scientific name for the tulsi, that is Ocimum. Now, penta. Pentalocular ovary. Please write down complete sentence, okay? Pentalocular ovary, it means that total 5 chambers or the 5 locules are present, and it's very much common in case of China rose. And the last condition, if multiple means more than 5, last condition is if more than 5 chambers or the locules are present. So such condition, these are called as multilocular ovary. Multilocular ovary, and which is very much common in case of okra. What is the common name for the okra? Okra क्या है? What is the okra?
Ladyfinger.
Yeah, ladyfinger, bhendi.
Ladyfinger.
Okay, so yeah, so that is a okra. So just check this chart. These are the that is the types of this ovary depend upon their chamber. These are the uni, bi, tri, tetra, penta, and the multi. Yes, it's ladyfinger. Ladyfinger basically is very good for the health because it is a rich source of antioxidant. And antioxidant is very much required for your brain activation. Once part is over, then tell me. Okay, just check the exam. Done? Okay, Sanika. Chalo. Now we are talking about placentation. And according to NEET point of view, this part is also important. Chalo. New point, we are talking about placentation. And placentation, simply we are talking about that is arrangement of ovule on placenta. Arrangement of ovule on placenta. Okay, because just we discussed that is inside the ovary placenta present. On the base, on the placenta, now that ovule is present, ovule, and ovule after the fertilization is converted into seed. So now we are talking about the different types of the placentation, how that ovule it is get arranged on the placenta, right? So divide your page into total 6 parts. If you want, you can write down the horizontal, because we have to discuss, we have to draw the diagram and the examples. So divide your page into 6 parts, total 6 parts, okay? हॉरिजॉन्टल पोजीशन में लिखा फिर भी चलेगा. Total 6 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And these are the 5. Okay. Done? Done? First of all, I am giving the name one by one. So number 1 in first column. Number 1 we are talking about, that is marginal placentation. Marginal placentation. Number 2, parietal placentation. Parietal placentation. Marginal, and the number 2 that is parietal. Number 3, axial placentation. Axial placentation. Marginal placentation, parietal placentation, axial placentation. 4th one, free central. Free central placentation. Second last, basal placentation. Basal placentation. And the another one is 6, which is not mentioned in NCERT, that is superficial. Last one, that is superficial placentation. This 6th one is not mentioned in NCERT. That is part of NEET. So whenever we are talking about, that is, these are the total 6 type of placentation. And what is meaning of placentation? It means that is arrangement of ovule on placenta, because at the base placenta is there, and now on the placenta there is an arrangement of ovule. So first of all, we are talking about marginal placentation. Okay, चलो. So हम पहले देख रहे हैं what is meaning of that marginal placentation one by one. When we are talking about that is marginal placentation, there is a presence of unilocular ovary. there is a presence of unilocular ovary, and I hope you remember what is meaning of unilocular. Just we discussed, that is inside this ovary single chamber is present, and that single chamber it is represented by unilocular ovary. In case of parietal, we having the variations. Variations means what? Initially there is a presence of unilocular, and now that unilocular simply it is further converted into bilocular. So two types of placentation is present, maybe unilocular, or maybe there is a presence of bilocular. Okay, uni or the bi in case of parietal. When we are talking about that is axial, in case of this axial, it is lie between bilocular to multilocular. Bilocular to multilocular. Okay, so this arrow it is represent for the two. Okay, you can write down here unilocular to bilocular, bilocular to multi. Means what? Under the axial placentation, bi is very common, tri also there, tetra is there, penta also there, and multi also there. So multilocular. Sorry, these are the multilocular. Okay. So bilocular to multilocular condition present in axial placentation. Now in case of free central, again there is a presence of the unilocular. It means that is ovary, it is consist of only single chamber, single locule is present. Unilocular. Again for the basal, same scenario. These are the unilocular. And the superficial condition, which is consist of multilocular chamber. To check all these types quickly. Marginal placentation, unilocular condition is present. In case of parietal, unilocular also present, bilocular also present. In case of axial, bi, tri, tetra, penta, multi. This condition present. In case of free central and the basal, unilocular condition is present, while in case of superficial, that is multilocular condition is present. Got this point? This point is clear? Okay, now, so next part, just draw one line. Next part, we are talking about something characteristic, which is the most common in angiosperm, which is the most advanced, which is the most primitive. Now, in this condition, in case of axial placentation, you have to write down under the marginal just dash, parietal just dash. Write down under the axial placentation. Axial, these are the most common in angiosperm. In most of angiospermic plant, axial placentation, these are the most common. So please write down under the axial placentation. Such type of this placentation, these are the most common in angiosperm plant. Okay, so one question. Among this placentation, which placentation is most common? So remember, axial placentation, these are the most common in case of angiospermic plant. Okay. Now in case of free central, just give the dash because there is no any information about that origin. When we are talking about fifth one, that is basal placentation. Basal placentation, these are the most advanced placentation. You can write down here. These are the most advanced placentation. Most advanced. Okay. And whenever we are talking about that is superficial type of placentation, these are the most primitive. These are the most primitive placentation. Okay, so just check this scenario. We are talking about that is 3 point, which is the most advanced, which is the most primitive, and which is the most common. So axial, एक क्वेश्चन पहले बना था इसके ऊपर. Axial, these are the most common in angiosperm. While the basal placentation, these are the most advanced, which is present in angiosperm, and while in case of superficial, these are the most primitive. Got this point? This point is covered. Okay, Rishikesh. Quickly, last point, we have to write down the example, and next class we'll just check the diagrammatic representation. Chalo. So next part we are talking about, that is examples for marginal placentation. Write down the example, that is marginal placentation. These are the very common in case of Fabaceae family, and in case of Fabaceae family, the two examples is very common, that is pea plant and the beans. So under the marginal example, that is pea and the beans. In case of this parietal, example is mustard, and the another example, that is arganum. Arganum. Underline arganum because it's a biological name. Now, axil, which is the most common, it is present in lemon, tomatoes, lily, and China rose. China rose बहुत जगह पे आ रहा है. In case of that flower position, also we discussed the China rose. In case of stamen, also China rose. In case of ovary, China rose also there. That's why I must say this chapter is create a confusion, because बहुत सारे examples and that example is repeating so many times. So that's why this chapter is required revision, more revision. So lemon, tomatoes, lily, China rose, these are the example of this axial placentation, which is the most common. Now write down under the free central. Under the free central, that is prime rose. Example, that is prime rose. Second example, dianthus. Underline the dianthus. And the third example, that is stellaria. Stellaria. Biological name, underline. So these are the three examples which is included under the point, that is free central. Now, under the basal, write down examples. We just discussed these are the most advanced, and under the most advanced, we are taking two examples, that is wheat and wheat belonging to monocot family, and the another example, that is sunflower. And sunflower belonging to dicot family. Remember this thing, dicot we already discussed about, that is these are the most advanced placentation. Next year we'll discuss why these are called as the most advanced, because its name as a after no, it's before. So that is the wheat, one example for the monocot and the sunflower. So both wheat and the monocot, they having the reduced structure of female gametophyte. ये हम आगे देखेंगे. These are one characteristic features. Why we are talking about these are the most advanced, because the gynoecium part or that ovary part, it will be showing the reduction. That's why these are the most advanced one. So ये next we discuss करेंगे. And the last point, that is multilocular ovary, which is the most primitive, superficial. It's very common in case of water lily. Only single example, that is water lily. So just check quickly. These are the some types of this placentation: marginal, parietal, axial, free central, basal, superficial. We discussed number of the locules. Again, the characteristic is most advanced, most common with examples, right? Next class, we will discuss the diagrammatic representation for the marginal up to superficial, how it is look. And definitely there's a question from the diagram. So you have to remember the diagram. Okay. So is this any doubt from today's class? Is this any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Chalo. So have a good day. We'll see further, not further part. We continue cell part tomorrow. Yeah. And just please tell me the time so I can tomorrow Saturday, right? No, tomorrow not possible. Tomorrow no class. Okay, no class for the morphology. For morphology, no extra class for the morphology. Will continue according to timetable. Got it? So again, from the Monday we'll
Okay.
start the schedule for the morphology because we have to cover plant kingdom also. Yeah. Okay. Chalo. Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.